My goal is that any deal that happens in Tel Aviv would run through us. There's no reason why people would choose anyone else besides working with us. Tel Aviv has the biggest shark market.
The prices never go down, they go up.
Everyone's knowledgeable, everyone's wealthy, everyone wants to take a bite. Basically, if you come as a small agent or a small firm and you're in competition with all the big Ivy Leagues, you're not going to make it.
Okay, so why are you gaining money? For what?
They open the door, they're showing these fancy properties.
Hey, check out this living room, and this is the kitchen.
Yes, that's part of the job. The rest of the work is the boring day-to-day phone calls.
All the rejections. You don't see the kilometers that you're walking around with clients.
You wake up in the morning and think, okay, what do I have to do today?
You don't make a deal, you don't eat.
Someone trusting you with their $1 million plus asset and being able to fulfill what they hired you for.
If it was easy, then come and do it.
I'm a true believer that if you have set goals and you think about them every day, you reach them. My name is Daon. I'm an owner-broker of Daon Real Estate. I basically conduct all the agents in the office and help both clients and agents close the best deals they can imagine. Basically be the manager of deals between lawyers, clients, banks, mortgage advisors, and agents. You need to think, what's the purpose of this conversation? Why am I doing this? Okay? The answer is not to get a listing. It's not. Okay? It really depends on, per call, per lead, why you're doing it. If it's the first time you're talking to someone, you're calling because you want to see the place, right? If you saw the place and you want to follow up, what's the purpose? To bring her to the office, right? Everything else, like, oh, she's 90 years old. Oh, dude, there's no parking. Oh, dude, she lives 2 hours away. It's all excuses. I've had people here that drove 2 hours just to sit in a meeting, okay? And if they came here and they live 2 hours away, you've done 90% of the job of getting a listing without trying to get the listing, because you worked on getting him here. What was my purpose? Connect and make them connect to me, feel comfortable. Did they buy with us in the end? They did. No argument on commission, no argument on anything. It was a long process, but you have to find that connection. So what I do, because my background in the Army, I like to look, there's always like a trophy on the wall that's like, oh, from the paratroopers with love to whatever, because of your donation, or a picture of something. I like sports, so anything that's sports related, and like sometimes there's a surfboard, you're like, oh, you surf? Or whatever, So like the whole point is try to find a connection. So you're in the property, myself, of course the property is important to look at, but I look at the things that are relevant. Is there a real need for a firm that sets and speaks 10 languages and connects people from all across Europe? I think I'm one of the only agents that actually was born and raised in Israel.
So I'm born and raised in Calgary, Canada.
Originally, I'm from Russia.
I was born in South Africa.
Office management, Karina, also made Aliyah from a different country.
Originally, I'm from Ukraine. I came to Israel about 11 years ago with a program called Nale from Jewish Agency. Finished high school here in Israel, then went to the army. After the army, the university, the regular process in Israel. Here I am now in Daon Group, working as an office manager and a social media manager. hate coming to the office and having nothing to do. I love to be here. I love to hear every 5 minutes, Karina, can you help me with that? Karina, what about that? Like, I do feel appreciated when people ask me for help. I'm a caretaker. I love it. He wants to change a bit of the conception of the office manager. He doesn't want it to be just an office manager. He want to add like some extra layers, so it's not gonna be, just a boring job with making coffee for your boss. And he was like, maybe you wanna send him your CV, I can give you a number. And I was like, okay, like we can try it.
My mind is, as an entrepreneur, is all over the place. I have so many ideas. She knows to tell me, this is a stupid idea, this is a great idea. And she really understands my gibberish of ideas and putting them together into actually a format. And I think that's what's most important. The whole idea of the back office, which is most of Karina's job, is to help agents excel, succeed, think outside the box, not just online social media and marketing platforms, but also if it's the newsletter, to creating a virtual map of Tel Aviv with the listings, and also to managing the interns. I really do believe that success of the business and agents really depends on Karina.
Well, what does she say?
Sigma boy, every girl wanna dance with you.
End of 2016, I think I joined real estate and met with Barak outside the middle of 2017. I was working at Remax and I met Barak at Remax and we worked together at Remax, and then when Barak told me that he was going to leave and start his own firm, I was offered the opportunity to go with and never looked back, loving it. I would say that the most difficult part of being an agent is unfortunately making sure that you have a deal coming through at all times. The most difficult part is if you don't work and you don't succeed, then you don't earn a living. That's the most difficult part.
Dan is a great guy. He is a great connection with international clients, all the English-speaking ones. Basically, Dan emphasizes and really talks at the same level as his clients of what they should expect and what's the process and how it's, it seems one way, but here's the specific neighborhoods or schools or shul. Clients really listen to all of his advice, not just on real estate, but the other things as well. What I like about agents in the office, they're not just goal motivated, but they're also, they like to work in a team environment. Some of the agents like to work together on some clients. You see it sometimes, and others like to work alone and manage the whole process by themselves. In particular, Noach, for example. Noach has a clear view and has great goals. He's hardworking. He likes to remember that it's all about taking it back to the basics and doing those cold calls and focusing on the follow-ups.
He's a lone wolf. Like, he loves to close the door of the meeting room, to make his own calls. I'm working from 8:30 till 5:30, 9 hours of the day I'm here, and most of the agents leave around 3 p.m. and Noah stays here till late.
That's like my best spot that I can find where I can get some quiet. And funny enough, my most productive hours are from usually 4 to 7, when it's just me and Karina, because usually no one's in the office, and I can finally just have some sheket nafshi, as they call it, and finish the last tasks that I have to do for the day. The unlimited potential that you can do as a real estate agent if you're hungry, if you're ambitious, and if you work hard. And that's sort of aligned with what I was looking for. I do mostly sales. I do mostly representation for owners or representation for developers or buyers. I have more sellers than I do buyers. I've always believed that to be a successful agent, you have to build your business around listings. In terms of what kind of properties I like to work on, I don't have a specific preference as to what kind of properties I like to sell. The most important for me, obviously, is priced correctly and within the realm of reality. And if it is priced that way, then I'll sell it for you.